So poor Tiff. You know, when it's over, it's over. And this is just a culmination of everything over the past few years. And it's just, man, when it's just time to go, man. So a couple of nights ago, the other night, fight broke out at a board meeting she attended. Now I can understand tensions were high. I can see why maybe fists may have flew, but sometimes, man, it's just no matter what, it's just embarrassing. But let's hit it.
Good evening. I'm Allison Rosati.
And I'm Stephen Holt. It's good to be with you at 10 o'clock. So Thornton Township looked like it was ready to get back to business tonight after a recent government shutdown. But then a brawl broke out.
Yes, this
Look at this.
happened.
White women running. But look at this mess. You got these grown men up here. Can we see it? With phones. I would suspect women would have phones out, recording videos because they do all the noise talking, and then they be the first one pulling phones out. And the dudes would get in, break the fights up or fight, whatever the case may be. But it's a different era because me myself, I don't think in any type of incident that I've been involved in or witnessed over the past my whole life, I've never thought about pulling the phone out and recording nobody. Maybe had somebody do it, or maybe someone did it, because I can't recall telling nobody to record. But being a man and pulling out a phone and recording stuff, and these dudes like they're older than me.
Back to business tonight after a recent government shutdown. But then a brawl broke out.
Yes, this happened during the first board meeting with a new board member. NBC5's Regina Waldrop with the very latest.
I don't even like recording at a concert that I'm at. I'd rather for my woman to do that than me.
This was a heated meeting from the beginning with Tiffany Henyard's boyfriend put on administrative leave. But when someone in the audience called her a name, that's when things got out of control.
You gone.
This happened right after a community
Call her the B word, just in case you didn't know.
This called Tiffany Henyard an expletive. A fight erupting in the back of the room. Fists, kicks, people jumping on top of tables, monitors smashed, with Henyard and her boyfriend in the middle of the melee.
Everything. It was scary. It was horrible. That's an embarrassment.
It should have.
True word never spoken, man. That is an embarrassment. No matter what, when you are in a position of power, and I guess she knows she's about to lose her position, she's about to lose it all, so she got nothing to lose, I guess. You are not in a position of authority. You are not supposed to get out there and you kind of makes me wonder in that relationship who runs things, because no way in the world that my woman would, if I'm into a scrap, getting into it with a dude, whether it's verbal or physical, my woman better not say a word. She better stay where she at, stay behind me, or stay up front, and I'ma handle this. I don't need your help like that. Now, if for some reason some female, try to jump in and get some licks on me, then that's when it's time to ride or die. But other than that, if it's me against a dude, me against a bunch of dudes, let me take my ass whooping like a man. But nah, you can't. Ain't nothing you can do. But because I wouldn't want you, I wouldn't want her to get hurt. Saying dealing in man business.
Never come to blows, and Tiffany should have never got involved.
It was the public comment portion.
Those are words of a real man.
Tuesday's Thornton Township board meeting. Earlier in the evening, the room erupted with applause.
To put Kamal Woods and William Moore on administrative leave.
When the board came back from closed session with the announcement that Henyard's boyfriend, Kamal Woods, who runs the township's at-risk youth program, and William Moore, another employee, would both be put on paid administrative leave immediately.
I don't understand why they're on leave with pay, because essentially nothing changes for them because they've been doing the same thing.
The board also approved an independent investigator and or forensic audit.
This is what's about to happen with Dolton. I want y'all to pay attention. Now, remember, Dolton is 90% black, 20% of the population is in poverty. The majority of the people on that board, as you see right now, are women. You see a white dude in the middle, And that white woman down there, they're gonna cover her in the next story. She used to be a trustee, and then Tiffany Henyard fired her when she came in, so she can have carte blanche to use that credit card for that wig she got. And then that lady there got voted back in not too long ago. So that's what's going on. For some reason there's a switch, and it comes slowly. Changes never come quickly. It'll it'll trickle over time, and before you know it, the roles have reversed, and it's almost too late, or you have to do something real drastic to change it. Kind of like what President Donald Trump is trying to do right now. Things have changed over time, slowly, to the point of where some things have then got so out of hand that it's like he feels like he has. And I think this is what I feel, that he feels he had to wipe everything clean and start over, which will probably hurt, what I'm saying, descendants of freedmen. But I mean, hell, we done been through it for so long. It ain't nothing new. We just got to learn how to. We really got to learn how to work together. But things change. So you got women running cities, and you got men recording fights. Make it make sense for me.
To look into the use of certain grant money and possible township funds related to the at-risk youth program and the outreach department. Henyard called it political retaliation. She's threatening a lawsuit.
Oh, I'm so happy, y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for the lawsuit. But anyway, it is a motion. It is a motion. You know it. Sorry, guys.
Police were here all the time, and they did escort a large group outside, but it's unclear right now if anyone was taken into custody or arrested. Reporting from South Holland, I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
So, like, what happened was, it was the guy called, he was up there fussing at Tiffany, and then he called her, like you saw, he called her the B word, and so her boyfriend jumped on him. So I'm going to say, on that note, the boyfriend I'm going to say he had every right, I guess, because that's his woman. Because I'm trying to think of like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, stuff like that. But anyway, that's his woman. So he comes to his woman defense, like, what I'm saying, respect her when you talk about it. It's simple as that. And so then, that's how the fight probably started. Now, it probably didn't need to come to blows, but it came to blows. But yeah, like I said, Tiffany Henyard didn't need to jump in that. Let that man be your soldier. That's what he is. That's what he's there for, right?
Thornton Township has a new trustee. Residents gathered last night to pick a replacement for one trustee who had resigned last year. And as Regina Waldrop reports, she's hoping to break through the ongoing board stalemate.
From Thornton Township employee to trustee.
Invigorated. I feel great. It was very positive to see the residents come out, to see that there was unity.
And people like Tiffany Henyard, and we're going to bring the race card into this. She is the reason why it's so hard for our people to get anywhere. I mean, it's just facts. She went in, and I don't care if the people or the people that were the mayor or the board or the trustees or whoever came in before her, what's called the supervisor of Thornton Township, if they mismanage some funds or what have you, you can't do what they do in their world. You just can't do it. You got to play by their rules, whatever they tell you to do, until you can get to a position to where you can actually control something. Being a mayor and being a supervisor is not controlling anything, because you still have a whole nother county, state, and country to try to control before you can even think of trying to do some underhanded stuff. So again, 90% black. Not too many people voted when she ran, so that's what made it so easy for her to get in, and she was really unopposed. But again, over 90% black, and these black Americans, your black citizen residents, are cheering for a white woman. Nothing is wrong with that, because you cheer. This shows that you cheer for the person that's best qualified for the job. So, if you're gonna bring race into it, you said you wanted the first black mayor, first black supervisor. Okay, woman supervisor. She came in, she did a crappy job. Now we're finna bring back a trustee. A trustee, matter of fact, who's not even equal to the mayor or the superintendent, but she's a trustee. And they cheered her back after you fired her. A white woman. Only bringing race in this is because that's how you start. That's how people like to start the conversation. So, like they say, have that same energy when it comes back in your face. Tiffany Henyard should have did a better job of her. Should have did her job the way it's supposed to have been done, and y'all wouldn't have to worry about this.
It was peaceful, and that the residents had their voice, and that was heard, and it was amazing.
And what's so bad about it, sad about it is this woman and whoever else comes in. I think they got a black dude that's trying to run for supervisor, but the next people to come in, and if they're not black, they can mess up the money and do some bad stuff, but they'll take it. But not from you. But why do the bad stuff that you think everybody else do and just do right by your people?
Voters chose Stephanie Wiedemann to replace trustee Gerald Jones, who resigned last year from the post. Wiedemann assumes the position as the township works through a number of issues. Trustees Chris Gonzalez and Carmen Carlisle have boycotted or walked out on most board meetings, refusing to play a part in what they call political game.
1, 2, 3, I think there's another 4 women and like 2 dudes. I don't know who that guy. He don't look like he should be. But anyway, I said the majority of women running something. This is why people say women just should not have high powers of position, because it's too much emotion.
It's carried out by Supervisor and Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Henyard filed a lawsuit against the 2 trustees last week over their absences and has blamed them for the township losing insurance coverage and laying off employees. The township has also closed the main office and some services halted due to an ongoing lapse in the insurance. Wiedemann says she's ready to get to work and focus on solutions.
Absolutely. Of course, we have, priority of checklists, the insurance being number 1 so that we can get services back up and running. The levy, the budget is very important. So we do have some key things that we definitely need to hit on. And I look forward to hitting the ground running.
The next Thornton Township board meeting set for Tuesday.
No insurance, so you have no city service. Hey, you might as well be unincorporated.
Night, and it will be Stephanie Wiedemann's first as trustee. Reporting from South Holland, I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
Thanks to Regina. And now to a major development in the saga of embattled Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. A judge has dismissed her lawsuit, claiming that a caucus that threw her off the ballot was illegal. NBC5's Regina Waldrop has been following this case very closely for a very long time. She joins us now.
Regina earning her keep, ain't she?
Regina.
Marion, it is official. Tiffany Henyard is off the ballot for Thornton Township Supervisor, a role she was appointed to in 2022. Now, today, a Cook County judge ruled she didn't file her lawsuit properly, and he dismissed it without prejudice, meaning she cannot refile. So I want to take you back to the scene December 3rd. That is when Tiffany Henyard was thrown off the ballot. It was a packed and raucous meeting.
That guy right there won the suit. That's the one that said he's going to run. He was like a football player, like an former NFL football player, and say he's going to run for supervisor. Put his own name on the ballot for the supervisor job.
Meeting with an overflow crowd waiting outside. At that time, Henyard called it unfair and illegal. She said none of her supporters were let in to cast a vote. Now, we spoke to elections expert attorney Bert Oldelson, who tells us the caucus was legal, and also a Thornton Township resident who says it might have been legal, but it might not have been ethical.
I think that they used some plays out of Tiffany Henyard's own playbook. They booked a venue that was too small to hold everyone who wanted to attend. They seated their own supporters early.
Were there, conducted the caucus, it was done legally. Even a properly filed objection wouldn't have stood. So she's done.
Tiffany Henyard's only option now is to be a write-in candidate in Thornton Township's April 1st election. Now, today's court ruling in no way impacts her role as Dolton mayor. She remains the Democratic nominee in that contest, but she also is facing a number of lawsuits and financial investigations. Next Monday evening, former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot will release her second report on financials at a public meeting at the Dalton Park District. And we've reached out to Tiffany Henyard's attorney, but we have yet to hear back. Stefan?
A lot of people on the edge of their seats waiting to see what's in that report. Regina, thank you very much. Appreciate it. The people of Dalton had a simple question. What happened to all the money? The village tasked former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot to look into this. And tonight she finally delivered the summary of her investigation into possible mismanagement of funds by Mayor Tiffany Henyard. NBC5's Regina Waldrop was there as Lightfoot laid out how the village ended up being millions of dollars in the red.
So more shocking details released about financial and legal matters. And now that the investigation is over, Lori Lightfoot says she hopes this small village can right the ship, get back to transparency and good government.
Good evening, everyone.
A packed Park District building, eager residents reacting to the results of a nearly 9-month investigation.
Real quick, I know I made a comment about this earlier, but she paid good money for this hair right here, because in every store that sun gun is straight, and straight. No flaws in the edges, no flaws in the part. Yeah, she did the damn thing on this.
The ship, get back to transparency and good government.
Good evening, everyone.
A packed Park District building, eager residents reacting to the results of a nearly 9-month investigation into the spending habits of Dalton's mayor and her administration.
I'm happy that the report is out so that the residents finally know some of the truth.
Still shocked because it's just amazing that this happened. And I think it saddens me also because the government didn't step in.
Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot said she used witness testimony, emails, and other documents for her probe. With no subpoena power, she says she ran into some challenges, but still managed to get the job done. Henyard didn't attend the meeting.
We were tasked with looking into irregularities, allegations of irregularities regarding financial mismanagement.
Some of her key findings: credit card expenditures never approved, no receipts, more than $170,000 in travel-related costs, $51,000 spent at area restaurants, more than $218,000 for Amazon purchases, and almost $50,000 in supplies for the village's skating rink.
There is no tracking system for what happened to them after they arrived here.
As for litigation, 48 separate lawsuits filed against the village, 12 for FOIA violations. And regarding Vegas, Lightfoot says no business opportunities came to the village as a result of 2 trips taken there. She also says the mayor's ex-assistant, who said she was assaulted by a trustee on a trip in 2023, didn't cooperate with her investigation, nor did any other key witnesses.
Probably because they're part of it. Just because a dude drugged you, probably essayed you, assaulted you, had you on camera to show his boys, doesn't mean you wasn't around there collecting and taking part of getting some of this money. Why you got to keep your hands clean? That's why you got to keep your hands clean at all time, because when you actually become a victim of something, no one has anything to come back and get you on.
Investigation? Well, Lightfoot says she doubts anything will happen before next month's election. She also touched on the new administration.
I'm not really worried about the new administration. I don't think that they seem to be doing lots across the country and not really focus on the village of Dalton. I don't believe that the federal investigation should be impacted, but there's really no way of telling it.
As for recommendations, Lightfoot says she gave trustees quite a few, and many of them they have already started to implement. Reporting from Dalton, I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
Regina, thank you very much. Very important we point out that we reached out to Tiffany Henyard's attorney for comment. We're still waiting on a response.
So this is pretty much it for Tiffany, maybe. Now, it'll be sad if she gets reelected, because, again, I don't even think 10% of the people that was eligible to vote voted in that last election, the last 2 elections that she won. So with all those people raising hell, getting upset, acting a fool, fighting, shoot, they probably, probably everybody that was there, probably the only people that voted. So they need to come out and vote. They come out and vote, then she won't be in. But key thing, one, Democratic city. Then you start thinking about DEI hires and all that kind of stuff will come in, but not a hit. She got elected, so it's not a DEI hire. She's got elected because everybody wants the first black woman, first black person to be in a position she got, but yet she wasn't qualified. So this is another reason why Donald Trump can say, get rid of all DEI initiatives, because when people get in just because of what they look like or what their background is, you got them sympathies or whatever. And like I said, this is a vote, but still, they still can put it together. It becomes a problem. The person that's best qualified for the job needs to come in. That's why voting for a popularity contest should have went out back in 6th grade or junior high. Once you get into high school, you need to start teaching people how to vote for needs and qualifications. And another thing, when I looked at those videos, when we looked at those meetings, the majority of the people that are there are women. The majority of them there are women. I'm talking, it looks like anywhere from 80% on up of the people attending those meetings are women. Very few men are attending, but yet the male population of Dolton is 10,392. And this is from 2023. And the entire population is 20,410. So it's almost split down the middle between male and female. But the majority of the people that sit these meetings are women. You want to say the men are working? I guess. I guess, but 20% of the population is in poverty. Matter of fact, let me look at something real quick, and then we'll get up out of here. Let's see. Unemployed in Dolton. Let's see. Unemployment rate. Will it say Dolton unemployment rate is 8% compared to 9.7% last month and 7% last year. So it's a low unemployment rate. I see that, but still 20% of your people is in poverty. So they working, not making a lot of money, and then you got a super mayor that's stealing all the money, and people want to know what the hell is wrong with it. But anyway, that's the latest update. So it looks like I say, she's gonna be out of there pretty soon. So hope she enjoyed it, and may the best person win next time. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below. Share it with the world. Let's have intelligent conversation. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those 4 things cost you nothing but maybe a couple of minutes out your day. But it means the world to us here. If you would like to support us financially, you can get super thanks, super chat, super stickers. And you can go to the description box below. There are links there you can click on to help support the channel that way. And don't forget to hit our shop button, where we got products that I know you would love. We got perfumes, colognes, silks, beard products. Just check it out. And with that being said, I'll leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.